Hello and welcome back to Frühling, our Let's Play series on FS22. As you can see, we're just starting our beautiful April here with a bit of a cow feeding. Must feed the cows. All the animals really are quite low on food, so we'll bring at least one more to the other one. We could just do a very quick animal feeding time lapse as well. Look at the chickens. Their food won't be ready in time, which means I will have to purchase at least a bag of wheat, at least one to hold them over. An outrageously expensive bag of wheat to boot, but no matter. We will carry on and fill a few more loads for the cows as well, just because they need to be fed. And right, should be good. Put a bit of hay as well. Right. And we can put in some straw. Ooh, is that going to fill over the top? Ooh, I won't take the chance. Right, okay. So I'll take this to the far barn. Right, so I have decided on an appropriate time to end the series. I have decided that the only production that I have that once it's completed is fully completed is sugar. So I've decided that when we'll just give that to the cows and good. Right, I've decided that when there's no roof, we should probably pop down there once the sugar beets is done and we've dispensed all the sugar to cake, which means actually that I am going to deactivate chocolate so that we can save the milk for butter and save the sugar for cake, because once the cake is out, blimey, okay, I'm just going to very quickly, right, as I've said, I'm at the cheeky stage of the productions where there's just so many. Right, is that going to make room? Might not work that. No matter, I'll just, oh yes, beautiful. Just for now, because we are going to come down here in this episode. We are going to collect all of this sugar, and we're going to bring it down to the bakery so that we can get our cake production up and running. Right, so bread has ceased to produce for the time being, especially because our flour numbers are so low. However, just very quickly get back to the Massey. I've decided, yes, once the sugar is out and we can't produce any more cake at all because the sugar is done, then that will be the finale of the series, which in a way is a bit sad, I guess, because it has been a very good series. I've really enjoyed doing it. I will leave the cows, they're fine for now. The horses are fine as well. Right. It's been a very fun series. I've really enjoyed it. The only problem is the fact that it's just, especially with having version 1.7, it is a bit of a faff about trying to get this series running, and then I have to upgrade if I'm going to record my Silver Run Forest, which is now out on weekends as of right now. And yeah, so it's a great series, this one, and I've enjoyed it, but I think it is time to bring it towards a conclusion, which cake has always been that conclusion. We're now producing cake, so now it's time to find a way to wrap it up, and that is the way. Once sugar is produced fully, then then we will end the series. But until then, we have lots to do. So if we we'll quickly look back at our production menu. We've got cake underway. Flour is the only thing that's going a bit slow, but look at 2 to everything else. It means we've got loads here. So I've got eggs and sugar that need to be delivered to the bakery. Everything else doesn't yet. Mind, they're only going to take so much, so we might have to stockpile it. But that's fine. Just outside the bakery. Right, so we'll get these eggs on, because I reckon I wonder how many they'll take. Eggs are good to sell as well, but as I've said, what I'm going to do is everything that I can produce for cake I will, and then excess I will sell. So I know for a fact that I won't, continuously produce eggs, as the chickens are continuously producing them. The same situation goes for milk, goes for, well, technically butter, because the milk is made, is brought down to the dairy to produce butter, and the milk we always have because cows are very, very good at producing it, as well as slurry, it would seem, very, very good at that as well. And then flour, we have to run through the production here first, so I don't know what to do. We don't need the money from the egg sales, so I don't know if it's worth. I just want to make sure I've got enough room for all my sugar as well. I don't know if it's worth selling the eggs on their own, or if I should just continuously use them only for cake, and then whatever excess we have left over, we can then sell. I think that's what we'll do. I'll be honest, I've never really gotten this far with different productions in Farming Simulator, so that's my best guess. Of course, if we were continuously producing sugar, I would definitely have no qualms in selling these eggs immediately. But that's not the case, and that's fine. So, we will just get this last couple on, and then we're going to head down to the sugar mill. We'll collect all the sugar we can, and then we'll bring it down to the bakery as well. We'll just get that strapped in, so we don't go knocking eggs down. Oh, I think I threw it at the trailer. That. Oh, the chickens running around. I've really enjoyed this. I like what I've done with this field space, because this used to be a field where I stand now. Actually, it was the first field that we ever harvested on the series as well, and there's still deer hanging about. Yeah, this used to be one big field. I believe it was, I want to say canola first thing, but I can't remember absolutely if it was. I'll just tidy this up so it doesn't fall over on us, and hopefully that's not too unsafe to make it to the sugar mill, which is where we're off to now. So we'll see you down at the sugar mill. Alright, there is so much sugar. So much. And right, so once we actually move these ones, they will produce more, so I should probably just push these this way so that more can in fact show up. Right, let's go like that. Oh my. So much sugar. I'm not complaining about it, because if you look at the bottom right there, it shows sugar beets 48, and they're very quickly going, and sugar at 25 or 24 now. Right, let's get loading actually, because it's going to take ages. Probably going to, I'd like to do this in a time lapse, but really this is not that great to watch, I don't think. So what I'll do is I will do this off camera, because it will take a few moments. I'm going to bring all the sugar I can do, because as I've said, what I'll do when I get down, even in real time, this is a bit intense to watch. There's so much sugar here, my goodness. Maybe I do need an auto load or something. Nah, it's rare that I want to use super strength, so I will use it for this particular series until the end. But if you have been watching any of my Silver Run Forest, which by the time this episode goes out, there should have been at least 2 episodes, the first 2 actually, on the weekend, you'll see there's no way I'm going to use super strength. That whole series is definitely going to be way more fun, doing all the loading of logs and even the production stuff with a loader of some kind. Right, as always, I am rambling on. I will tend to the sugar, and I will see you when we're done. Right, there we have some sugar, just a bit, and a bit left here as well. As it stands, we're at about 7,000 litres of sugar in here, so I assume that's these 6 plus more. I'm not 100% certain. Either way, we have just a few pallets here of sugar, and we're going to now make our way down to the bakery very, very slowly, or at least very carefully. That's incredible. That's actually so much sugar. 36,000 litres. Yeah, I mean, imagine the money we could make just selling the pallets alone, but think of how much more we can get cake-wise. So even though the end of the series is... right, I should have probably taken that road there. Whoops. No matter. Even though cake is the end of the series, we still have so much cake left to produce as well. So, right, it's a shaky load. Got loads of eggs, loads of sugar. We'll be there in a minute, but we'll see you down at the bakery. Alright, we are here now. We're going to go around and come in the other direction, just because it's a bit easier to actually... Well, actually, I'm not too certain what the best way is. I definitely took the wrong way to get here. Sorry, sign. No way, I didn't hit it. Brilliant. Right. This is very sketchy. I don't recommend dirt roads, hilly terrain, or tight curves for this particular type of trailer load. It's not a very happy one. What I think I will do is, I mean, ideally I'd like to unload all that I can. This may have been a mistake, potentially. Oh my, the trailer is on its own mind. Let's move some cake out the way. Right, move bread over here. So we're not producing any more at the moment, so we can move that to the side. And then just very gently place our beautiful cake right there. Is there more to come? There is not. That's fine. Right, I suppose what we'll do... You know what? Nah, let's just drive right in. I was going to do it little by little, but I reckon we'll probably end up keeping this trailer here because it's so full of stuff that I don't know what to do. Oh, wow. It took barely anything. So what I might do is, for the time being, I might just leave the trailer here. It's going to rotate, so I will... Actually, it should just eventually hit that tree. So I'm just going to leave it here, and we will make our way back to the farm, because right now we do have to we do need to feed the chickens. They are running low, and without them we won't have any eggs for our cake, and then the sugar will be for nothing. So we really do need to do that. So we'll go back, we'll get the trailer, the small trailer. We will... oh my goodness, oh wow. Right, recovery like none other. Maybe I shouldn't do so much distracted driving. Right, we'll go back to the farm. We'll get the trailer. Actually, what I'll do before I fill it with wheat is I will fill it with hay, bring it to the horses, and then whatever excess is left I'll dump out, and then we'll go get some wheat for the chickens. Right, and this we can stick into a nice little time lapse, as long as I, you know, don't flip any more tractors. Alright, we've made it safely to the shop, and we will very quickly buy, I reckon, maybe 2 bags, just to be safe, of wheat. Oh my gosh, it's so expensive. But that's alright, we really don't have much to spend. Could even buy that, but saving the Kubota for my Silver Run Forest playthrough. Right, so we will refill with wheat, and another Beautiful. Right, get this filled up, and we'll see you down at the chickens. Alright, they will get their 2,000 litres of wheat, and they will enjoy every litre of it, and probably very quickly as well. Right, let's have a look. Chickens, they barely have food, but they're doing fine. The horses are also doing quite alright. All they need is a bit of base food, and then the rest can be hay, but we'll have oat soon anyways. So Eco and Hope are both... Oh, wow. Right, so Hope is about to reproduce. Next episode we will definitely have 7, if not 8 horses. Once that is the case, again, we don't really need the money from them, but we will probably sell them at their sort of peak price. There was also one of the... Right, so this number, in the last episode and potentially the one before, I was like, oh, it looks like it went up. It actually had gone down. It was at 14.8 something, and so it has clearly been going down. They are older cows, absolutely. However, they still have more to reproduce, so I'm going to let them reproduce one more time, and then I'll sell them. And then the other cows will be... Well, they'll eventually take their time. Actually... I might be a bit silly to sell them, because I was thinking about the last time. They still produce milk, so, and potentially better than the rest. I don't know for certain how that works, but maybe it would be best to not sell them. Again, we don't need the money. It's maybe 10,000 plus a bit more, but not, you know what I mean? It won't be that much, maybe 15,000. So it's really not that much that we would get from them anyway, so it's not really worth it. Right, very quickly before we move on to the next task, which does actually include milk, or involve milk, just want to have another look. So the animals are fine-ish. Right. Look at all that slurry. That's mental. So we'll probably do a double application on 13 and 7 when we have the opportunity to do so, because they will be probably ready to harvest around the same time. Potentially, we shall see. Potentially, actually, yeah, that's very, very possible. The other thing we need to check that I didn't check was milk. Right, so we could take milk from here and bring it down to the bakery. But yeah, at this point, I believe... Oh, looks like we're heading to the dairy anyways. So what I'm going to try and do... Can this trailer... I can do. So what I'm going to try and do is reverse this trailer up to the milk tanker so that I can do kind of one big run with it. However, what needs milk most? Alright, milk there is pretty well full. Just about as full as the eggs. Why are the eggs not going in? Sugar will always be full for a long time. A long time. Butter... I wonder if it would make sense to bring some sugar down for more chocolate because of how much is there. I don't know, I feel like cake is a better option. Right, anyways, it looks as though milk to the dairy is the best option, so we will go there as best as I can with both of these trailers. I will try my best to get it hooked up in a very nice amount of time, and if not, then I shall just see you down at the dairy regardless. But I would like to give it a proper try here. Right, and I do need to convert this trailer over to a flatbed anyway, so I can remove the butter. Wait, why? Oh, right. Wait, what? It's distributing. There's only one place it can go. Is it because it's full here? Ah, that's why. Right, well, all we have to do then is just get this... here, let's visit it. Nah, let's... Sorry, I'm all over the place about this. Let's have it... I guess... Oh, wow, that just changed perfect. We'll put it back to distributing. Oh, maybe storing. Right, so that would have done... And now we can put it back to distributing. Okay, perfect. So we actually don't need this trailer. Oh, I'm inside of a tree. Seems we don't need this trailer, we just need to bring milk down to the dairy. So that makes it all that much easier. Right, so we'll fill this up with milk, and then we'll see you down at the dairy. Alright, well there's all the butter that we let to spawn, and we shall put the milk in now. The nice thing about having these other productions is that even when sugar is out, and we have, let's say we bring too much milk around to produce butter, then we can sell it for a nice little price. Better of a price than we would do if we were just selling milk directly, I believe. Why wouldn't it be? It wouldn't make sense the other way around, unless it's purely meant as a production, product. But no, it would still be more. It has to be. Right. Anyways, unsalted butter is all sorted out. Let's have a look. We've got loads of sugar in. Right. Well, the only reason we have sugar in here is because of the. Where's the production thing? The only reason we have sugar in here. Right, that sugar's going to go to waste if it's not producing chocolate, so we do need to make some chocolate, actually. So we will activate that. Right, since I don't have sugar distributing, the reason I stopped it from doing that, was because it was going to the dairy as well as the bakery. We don't want it to go to the dairy because we're not trying to produce chocolate. But, since there is 10,000 litres of it, we might as well produce approximately 10,000 litres of chocolate. So once the sugar here is out, then we will cease the chocolate production and just focus on butter. And then the rest of the sugar, all the sugar aside from what's already in the production, will go to the bakery to make cake, which is fantastic. I have stopped the bread production. I suppose it could do. We could get one more pallet out of it, but I'll just set this to selling when the time is right, which is when, by the way. Let's have a look. So, December for that. So most of these products will be in December. Ooh, hello. It looks like September is a good time for cake. January is better, but if September is close to 10.5, consider it sold, you know. Let's see about... Right, milk we won't sell separate. And what about chocolate? Because we do have chocolate as well. January, everything is in January. Oh, that reminds me. I don't know why it reminded me, but we have to bring water to the greenhouse. And I believe that's pretty much all we have to do in terms of productions, which seems silly because of all the production work we've already done. Right, but we will take this back to the farm and we'll see you at the greenhouse. Alright, as we approach here now, we have our water tanker over here. I do kind of miss the sheep. I would like to have some more in the future. I believe there may be some form of production in my newest series on Silver Run that actually does require wool. So it's potential that we might have to have some sheep on our new series. So not to worry, they will be back in the future, and they are easy to care for and maintain as well, which is good. So right, we will fill up the old water tanker, and we'll get the couple of loads in there into the greenhouse. I'm just trying to think of what else needs to be done aside from until fields are ready, because we will have two fields ready at approximately the same time. We'll have the canola, which will go to the mill, the oil mill, to produce canola oil, which is a great little selling product. That's the only reason we're producing it. I thought it would be nice to try something a bit different with that, and it's quite fun. It's quite good. We don't really need it for anything else, just to sell. a bit of a cash crop, if you will. And then as for all the other ones, so for example the flour and, well, the wheat and, I believe, wheat and barley? Well, no, wheat and oat. So I have full intentions of producing flour from the oat, but I'm not too certain about the wheat, because that will probably stay for the chickens. Let me have a very quick look at that. So we do have, oh no, sorry, we have barley and canola and oat. Right, canola oil, barley for wheat, or chickens rather, oat for the horses, and the flour. Right, so we'll get this filled up a couple more times, get some more water in, and we'll go from there. Right, and that should do it. I thought it would require more. We could put more in, but it's not necessary, at least. Right, so again, I feel as though this episode has been a very mixed bag, and I don't think there's much else we need to do just right now, because we do have butter and chocolate producing, cake as always, strawberries are back, and we'll be getting the flour and, well, oat flour potentially, and canola oil underway. The animals for now are fine. Obviously the chickens, we have to feed them once we actually harvest their food, and then we can go from there. One thing that I did want to check, right, nothing in there for us. In the next episode I would like to, because we will have to cut grass, and a windrower is actually something I was looking at, replacing the Samat's one with the Cronus Wandro. It's a massive, this is a huge windrower, but why not, right? We'll see. Ooh, wow. That's a bit mental. That's probably fine for us. Right, well, as always, the episode has turned into a bit of a mixed bag, but a good one, because we got lots done, and we're on our way. We're on our way. We're in the final stages of the series, but don't get that confused and think that there's only a couple episodes left, because we do have quite a bit left to get done to run out of sugar. And then once we're done with sugar, we still have loads to do to produce the rest of the cake. So, right, as always, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care, and bye for now.